don't start peeling your business into what all the interactions are with customers and differentiate each one, if the competition figures that out, because it happens so seldom, but if the competition figures that out, the edge is tremendous. The edge really becomes tremendous. And the neat thing about it is, it's about the experience, which we know that the purchase decision is what? 80-20, 80% emotion, if not more, and 20% logic. So if you can go after that experience, you know you'll get the upper hand. The ideation tool will give you an opportunity to really expand on that, creating an accordion, right, of experience between yourself and your marketplace. Number 5. Number 6, respond to every inbound phone call or email in half the time your customers expect it. How would you know what that is? How would you know what that is?
If you tell them you're going to get back to them in 3 days, get back to them in a day and a half.
You can set the expectation. It's like creating your guarantee. It's your words. It's your words. But the other thing is to ask. When would you like an answer? Because otherwise, we're spending money just to guess. Right? Because it's our time. It's our effort. It's our resources. If we don't ask, when would you like an answer? When would you expect an answer? I'll try very much to work to your expectation. If we don't, then we're spending money just to guess. So it's okay to ask that question, because we're still in the qualifying mode in many respects, right? We're trying to qualify that client, potential client. All right, number 7 and 8. Review your task list before the end of the day to make sure you have not broken any promises. This is a little bit about our time management principles too, where we tell you to plan the next day at the end of every day, plan the next week at the end of every week. Look at your to-do list, your task list. We've got a 7-step model that we've developed. I don't think we've introduced it yet at any seminars, but it works pretty well, and this is a part of it. Number 8, if it appears that you won't be able to keep a promise, always renegotiate before the deadline. And this is just all about good communications with your clients. Use autoresponders and voicemail greetings to communicate your absence so you don't appear non-responsive. I think this is really good. And candidly, I'm not that good at this. Like, I don't leave a little message saying, hey, I'm out of the office, and I'm out of the office a lot. Right? But at one time, I thought that this was maybe just a gimmick with the phone companies, right? You have that extra time on there where you're listening to this thing before you can leave the message. But it actually is good to tell people where you're at. And I like this last one very, very, very much. Communications technology problems are never acceptable excuses for breaking promises, so make sure your technology is working. Okay. It's like when the phone system isn't working, when your email goes down. Right? I get it that it went down, and I get it that we have a problem. But we've got to find a different way to communicate with our clients, whatever that contingency plan is. Right? I've used it often, right? AT&T. AT&T. I'll let you substitute whoever you want in there. So which one of these do you think is the most critical one, if any, can be a most critical one? Which one really resonates with you the most? Which one on this page, anyway? The one that when it's not done, it really irritates you. I need it to sink in a little bit. Which one? John?
Keeping a promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, number 8.
Yeah.
Renegotiating it if you know you're gonna flub on it.
Good.
Negotiate.
Good. Let's go to the other page once you see. Oop. Oop. Stop. How about this page? Which one really resonates, or as I said, irritates you when it's not done well or done at all?
2.
2?
I'll have to say number 5 just because I've been on the bad end of that a couple times, and that's not a good place.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so the trick is this. Not all of us pick the same one. But all of us could be a part of that target market. And so to not be proficient at all of these just affected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 7. So if you were my entire target market, just affected 70% of my target market. Oh, how important are the top 10 commandments?
Extremely.
Yeah. Now, if everybody picked the same one, then my little test wouldn't have yielded the same results, right? But that's just, we're all different people, we're different styles, but we can be in the same target market. Violation of a few of these just affected 70% of my target market. Oh my goodness. So the top 10 are pretty important. All right, let's get through this and move on. Any questions so far? All right, so we're employing purposeful customer service strategies, purposeful strategies, period, to move prospects, actually suspects, get them on the ladder and start moving them up if they qualify to move up the ladder. Right? Number two, we're going to employ the top 10 commandments for great customer service to move them up the ladder and keep them there. Customers have, here's important, they have needs, right? They have needs. Right? And wants. Which should you go after first?
Needs.
Okay. Anybody else?
Well, wants can be just as important because those are impulse things that people will do. You have an opportunity to capitalize on a sale if you are listening well enough to know what they're wanting.
In my case, it's a want because nobody needs what I have. They have to want it.
Yeah, it becomes discretionary almost, right?
You really don't really realize what they want until...
Yeah.
You dig for it. You dig for it. The notion is really...
Make them need.
Yeah, they make it.
So, discover what they want. I had, drill bit and hole on that prior page. Because what happens is, if I only explore this, by the way, both are important. You have to get after needs too. But if I just sell to this, I might sell that, but totally miss what they wanted to accomplish here. Right? So yesterday I was training a company that's in the cleaning business, primarily hospitality. They do hotels, that's their target market. And so I'm doing this, right? Doggone it, they had to ask the question. They said, well, what's the emotion? What's the want? For somebody that just want their carpet cleaned. Okay, so what are you asking? What do you want? And why is that important to you? They go, well, they just want you in and out of there fast. Really? If that's really all they wanted was to have you, if that's all they needed was to have you come in and out of there fast, would you really achieve what they wanted? I mean, how do you know that hotel, right, isn't having a gala event with a brand new client that weekend, and this thing's got to be spotless and smell like a rose? That's what they want. And if you pursue that, you sell the need. And if you can 100%, I was going to say the word guarantee, that you will satisfy their want, do you think they're going to care tremendously, at least not first, what your price is? No. So discover what they want and sell them what they need. The need is you. The need is whether it's a process that you employ, or a product you sell them, or a specific expertise that you add to a product. That's the need thing. They need that from you, but they want something more. That's the emotion piece. Okay? And this needs to be need. Now I've got to be careful not to overuse the word. But this should be then in your customer service strategies. How do we investigate want? Okay, because you're building what is it? You're building a relationship. I don't know, you'll get the bent of this, right? And it all relates to this notion of paralleling how purchase decisions are made, how relationships are built, because you want to move people, differentiate in customer service and move people up that ladder of loyalty, and it's about emotion. And emotion is about experience, right? In this business world of ours. So you're really building a relationship. That can't be done by purely orchestrating a transaction. And relationships need communications. And different ways to communicate. Now, we have a little extra venue here. We have social media.